Hi, I'm Antonio Centeno. I'm the founder of Real Men Real Style, and today, gentlemen, I'm going to be talking about the Wholecut Oxford. Is it the perfect dress shoe? Guys, all the samples and everything I'll be showing you in the support article and throughout this video are going to be coming from Paul Evans. They've been a sponsor for well over a year. I've got 10 pairs of their shoes, and I have to say their Martin Wholecut Oxford it's a beautiful shoe. They've got it in 3 different colors. Go check them out. But let's get into the details. So there are 3 defining characteristics of a Wholecut Oxford dress shoe. In addition, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you should consider this being one of the shoes in your wardrobe. It's not going to probably be the first shoe that you're going to want to own, but definitely maybe the 3rd, 4th, 5th shoe that you decide to add to your classic wardrobe. Okay, guys, so the 3 characteristics. Number 1 is it's made from a single piece of leather. So that's why it's called the Wholecut, and that's its defining characteristic. Notice how it's smooth all the way till we get to the back. It's got that stitching right in here. In addition, it's a closed lacing system. So what that means is it is the dressiest of all of the lacing systems. Simply by the simplicity and the elegance of it, it's also going to be a dressier shoe. And I'll get into those details here in a second, but those 2 things are defining characteristics. And finally, because it is so simple, it's going to have a more elongated look. So if you want your feet to look thinner and longer, this is going to be the best shoe for that. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 reasons that you should consider having the Wholecut dress shoe in your wardrobe. Number 1 is going to be it's versatile. So what I like about this is you can dress it up and you can dress it down depending on the color. If I went with a solid black, I could actually wear this with black tie. Now bringing it down, all of a sudden if I went with a brown such as I have here, I can wear this with pretty much any type of business casual outfit that has a jacket. And that's probably the one rule I do, and where it is limited in its versatility is I feel it's a shoe that should be worn with a jacket. So the outfit I'm wearing right here, it's a dressy shoe. And that gets us to point number 2, the minimalist design. So because of the minimalist design, it actually, again, is going to be very versatile, but it also is going to be something that's going to draw attention to itself, but it's going to do that in a good way. A lot of times men are wanting to draw attention to their shoes, and they're going to wear something that has, a lot of maybe color on it, or something that has a lot of texture. Because of the minimalist design, because of the simple nature of it, that by itself is going to draw attention, and I think is one of the defining characteristics. Point number 3, the high quality leather. So as I've talked about, it's made, and its defining characteristics, it's cut from a single piece of leather. Now, if we take a hide and we look at it, the key with this is that there can be no blemishes or no mistakes on the leather. So what does that tell me? That it's going to be a better quality cut. When it comes to other types of shoes, and I've got a wide variety, when you see like a cap toe made for, with various parts right here, they can actually take smaller parts. So if they get a hide that has some blemishes on it, they can kind of piece around those blemishes. They can't do that with a Wholecut. So basically that's why you're also going to see them be a little bit more expensive and only on higher end shoes, is simply because you take that quality piece from the hide that's relatively large. Point number 4 is they're easy to maintain. So I was bringing it up here, but if you've got something that has a bit of broguing in it, or all these other designs, when you're applying polish, when you're cleaning, you're having to kind of dive in there, sometimes with various brushes. Sometimes some of the polish is going to get in there. Same thing with a cap toe. I know whenever I'm cleaning them, I've always got little bits that get stuck in there. With the Wholecut, it's just one piece, and you can get in there, easy maintenance. And number 5 is it conforms to the feet. So with the whole piece of leather, what you're going to find is after multiple wears, it will expand slightly. So what does this tell me? Whenever I'm buying a pair, buy it maybe a little bit closer. It's okay if it fits a little bit snug. Similar to Western boots, it's actually going to expand out just a bit and conform to your feet. And you're going to actually get a better fit. Now, with those 5 positives, they also come a few things you got to be careful of. So be aware that it's usually going to be a more narrow cut. In addition, after you've worn the shoe for hundreds of times, you're going to start to see definitely some creases. I think creases are a sign of just wear and tear, good quality, especially if you're taking care of and you're conditioning the shoe. But just be aware that you will start to see creases in the shoe. So guys, that's my opinion of the Wholecut. I think it is possibly one of the, if not the perfect dress shoe, because you can dress it up, you can dress it down. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and go check out Paul Evans. Like I said, I've got about 10 pairs in my wardrobe of their shoes. It's a great company. I'm happy to have them as a supporter. And guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.